Hello everyone and welcome to Warhammer Online, and today we are going to be playing Idoneth Deepkin versus Maggotkin in a 1000 point meeting engagement battle report, and the mission is rear guard action.
Warhammer Online, the hope of wargaming.
Thank you very much for joining us. Something a little bit different this week. There's a couple of reasons. One, we wanted to put the Idoneth Deepkin on the table, and I've not quite got there. Although it looks like there's 2,000 points there, only that much is for the meeting engagement mission. I've got those out just for fun because we were kind of having a look at what would be involved in the list. We're playing meeting engagement, so we've not played this since the tournament at Warhammer World, which seems like an entire lifetime ago now after over 100 days of lockdown. It was a really enjoyable event. We trained up for meeting engagement because, what was it, the first three missions were meeting engagement, the second set of three missions were the full match play. It was good fun, but like I say, what we've done is use this as an excuse really to be able to field the Idoneth Deepkin because the 2,000 point list isn't complete. There's also another reason. General's Handbook has been announced, so therefore any mission we do from General's Handbook 2019 would very quickly date.
Yeah.
So we thought, you know what, let's just do a quick meeting engagement game. I know meeting engagement, we've seen the contents page, so it's still part of it and it might get updated, but to a degree, we thought it would be fun if you've not seen the meeting engagement game. We're going to go through it kind of point by point and explain it and talk about how the deployments work and all the rest. There has been some meeting engagements battle reports, but they are up on premium inside wargameronline.com. So if you want to see more of those games as we were prepping for the tournament, they are available on there. And I think there's another one going up this week as well. All that remains to do really is to thank everybody again. We managed to do a Lumineth review, looking at the battle tome and an unboxing, and released a battle report this weekend. So it was a busy old set of content, but again, just overwhelming and positive response to all of this, which is absolutely fantastic. Yes, I got a bashing off of that Rogue Idol last game. So we'll see how the Idoneth Deepkin fare against Maggotkin this time round. But yes, just want to thank you all for your support. You're all been so incredible in the many different ways of supporting us, be it liking and subscribing, which do that now, folks. Why not? As well as people who have signed up to the premium to support us in a financial way through Wargammer Online. That is enabling us to expand the armies out. Jack wants to expand Lumineth out as soon as the results come. As soon as the rest of the models come in. So anything that's going into the channel right now is going towards a new Lumineth army, so we can support that. Also, if you want an alternative way to support us, check out the affiliate link below to Element Games as well. We're going to be doing a few things with those people over the next few weeks as well, so look out for that. Really exciting times at the moment for the channel, albeit feels a bit strange because we're still locked in this room 100 days in, so everybody keep safe and sound, and let's get into the mission.
Okay, so the battle plan today is rearguard action, and it should be mentioned that we are playing on a 48 by 36.
48 inch, 36 that way, so it's 4 foot by 3 foot basically. And that is exactly what you see represented on screen here is the exact aspect ratio. That's represented in the General's Handbook, although they give you a range to play on.
Yeah.
And in fact, at the tournament, we played on 48 by 48.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 objectives, as you can see, one in the centre of each territory and one in the middle of the board. You get 3 victory points if you score more objectives than your opponent, and 1 victory point if you hold the same amount at the end of the battle. And you get 2 victory points if you score more wounds than your opponent at the end of the battle round, and 1 victory point if you both have the same. It's a minor victory if you're 1 to 4 victory points more than your opponent, a major victory if you're 5 or more. And the weird thing about this is the red player starts with his spearhead and the blue player starts with the rear guard.
Yeah, let's just talk through that a little bit before we go any further. Basically, the way it works is when you do deployment, you deploy your relevant unit at the start, which is indicated on the map here. So spearhead for the red player. I'm, in fact, the red player. We did a roll-off. Yep. I got red player. You start with your rearguard unit. In turn, at the end of the first turn, you actually have to deploy your next unit. So it's at the end of your turn. So this doesn't deploy at the start of turn one. It's at the end of turn one. Yep. Likewise, your main force comes on at the end of turn one over there. And then at the end of turn two, my reserve comes on and your spearhead comes on. So there you go. Confusing, but not. The red line represents essentially the deployment zone. So we can, although this is our territory, the deployment is this line here. For instance, that's where my main force has got to fit on these 12 inches here, basically. But I can start my spearhead across that entire thick red line.
And it's wholly within 3 inches of your arrival edge as well.
Yes, good point to mention. We can only come on 3 inches. For my 1,000 point Idoneth Deepkin list, I have the Enclave Futan, and in my spearhead, I have an Ishran Tidecaster with the artifact Cloud of Midnight and Lore of the Deep's Steed of Tides, and she is accompanied by 10 Namarati Thralls. For my main body, I have Voltanus, High King of the Deep. He's my general, and he is accompanied by 6 Achillean Morsar guards. And then finally, for a bit of rearguard action, 10 Namarati Thralls.
Okay, for my Maggotkin of Nurgle today, I am the Blessed Sons. My spearhead is 2 Pusgoyle Blight Lords. My main body is my custom Lord of Afflictions there, who's the general. He has the command trait and the artifact from Blessed Sons. He's accompanied by 10 Putrid Blight Kings. And in my rear guard is 2 more Pusgoyle Blight Lords. Oh, and I've got an extra command point.
Oh, yeah. So I won the roll-off. I chose to be red player, and as such, I deploy first. But who goes first is still determined by who finishes dropping first as well. Okay, let's get into deployment. I start with my spearhead, which is my Ishrani Tidecaster and the 10 Thralls. So there we go. That's my first unit down. 10 Namarati Thralls within 3 inches of the edge of the table.
Yep. My next one's pretty simple because I've only got 1 unit, so it's 1 unit of Pusgoyles.
And then I follow up with the Ishrani Tidecaster. He is going to come over here.
There we go.
We've not really talked about terrain, but there is a mechanic for the terrain as well, as you get to choose 2 terrain pieces each and you drop them in. You can include things like realm gates, but for the sake of this game, we're not going to play them as realm gates. Essentially, they just offer cover.
Area terrain.
These terrain here, we actually class for our games as a wood, so they do block line of sight. There we are, that's deployment over. Obviously, Jack finished deploying first. He gets the choice.
Yeah, I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, let's go into Idoneth Deepkin. I can't believe I'm saying that. Turn 1. Here we go then, going into Idoneth Deepkin hero phase. There's not a huge amount I can do. I am going to go for my
Sharon ritual.
Yeah, the ritual, basically. I need a 9+ on this. I get +1 because my character's a priest, but that's all I get. So I need to roll a 9. I don't get it, so there's no ritual, so you can keep your fly. And then I also then need to go for Mystic Shield at this point. Which on a 7 I get, so you've got no way of denying, have you?
Nope.
Okay, so I will put Mystic Shield onto... Crikey, I think the Thralls.
Yeah.
Not a lot to do in my movement phase. I'm going to run the unit. Almost got the words out. That gives them an 8-inch move. And then I'm going to run the Tidecaster. 5.
Zoom.
You know what? That gives 11-inch move, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to head over here. That's good.
Okay.
Nice, decent run over there. Not quite within an inch of the Gleam Tide. I was looking for the +1 from that, but, you know, that's the way it goes. And at that, that's basically the end of my turn. The only thing that remains to do is to set up my main body. So, super fast turn. Not a lot going off. Mystic Shield onto the unit. Yeah, let's just set up that unit. So there you go. 6 Morsar Guard and Voltornus himself just coming on as my main force. And it's into your turn 1.
Yep.
Here we go, Jack, into your hero phase.
Yeah, I need to start by rolling for my Cycle of Corruption, which is
of
a
course you do.
6. Rampant Disease. Pick D3 enemy units, excluding Nurgle units, within 12 inches of each other, and each one of them takes D3 mortal wounds.
Oh, come on.
So D3 units, 3 units. I'll choose the Thralls, the Tidecaster, and the Eels then. So the Thralls, 1 Thrall dies. The Tidecaster, 1 wound which she ignores because she's a Tidecaster.
Yeah.
And the Eels, 3 mortal wounds. So
3 wounds. Wow.
3 onto there. Got to generate my corruption point, so I'm getting D3 +4 because I'm in my territory and you're not in my territory, and I've got a tree. So that's 3, which puts me on 7, which is quite good. So that's 7 corruption points there.
Loving it.
That's everything. Right, running my first go of Light Lords. Yeah, it's only a 2, which gives them a 10-inch move. It's just enough to buzz on up.
I don't know why I think that's the move they make.
It's a buzz.
Yeah, of course, I do actually need to roll to see if.
If I take a wound.
Yeah, it was the hero phase actually.
Yeah,
And for some reason, I thought it was the movement phase, but there we go. I am still learning this army, so here we go. No, you're good.
There you go. Sweet. That's everything. No battle shocks, so I need to set up my main body.
Okay, so there you go. That's your main body.
Yep, the main body's up.
And we'll go straight into roll off for turn 2. They're always a little bit gone.
Yeah, well, I was going to say we have to tally up points.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, so we scored the same amount of objectives, 1 each, which means we both get 1 point. But I did more wounds than you, so I get 2 points. So it's 3 to 1.
3 to 1. Okay,
your
going
turn.
into roll off for turn 2.
Oh yeah, you roll off. Here we go.
Roll off for turn 2.
Got
4.
5.
Ah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to let you take the turn. I think there's not really much point me taking the turn. I could move up, grab the 2 objectives, but you're just going to go and grab them anyway.
It's not a straightforward play this for me. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't score until the end of your turn, so being made to go first is actually a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to take an objective, you need to take and hold. And that's tricky.
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to play aggressive. This game is only 4 turns. So, you know, I just got to hope that my Thralls get the extra damage against your Blight Kings.
My entire army, yeah. So.
Well, yeah, exactly. So the Thralls hopefully might be able to hold their own. I've got another unit of 10 coming over there, so you can't ignore them at the end of my turn. So here we go. Let's go for the Ritual, looking for a 9+. Nothing's changed in terms of abilities. Gets a 7, so fails. Then I'm going to go for Mystic Shield, I think, because the teleport he needs to be within 6 inch. He's not.
The Riptide's out of range.
Riptide's out of range. It's 18 inch, so let's go Mystic Shield. And on a 6, that's good.
So Eels, reroll them once.
Mystic Shield onto the Eels, and we'll go into my movement. Here we go into movement. I am going to run the Eels. Get a 3.
Command point. That would make it a 10-inch charge.
10-inch charge. So spend the command point. I go down to 1 command point.
So that's a 20-inch move.
6-inch move and a 20-inch move.
Crazy fast, those.
Crazy fast Eels. Come on, baby.
Voltornos?
Voltornos is going to run as well. Because I can run and charge this turn anyway, so I might as well take full advantage of it. That's a 3. I'm not going to use a command point for that.
Just want
I
to
think
keep
that's
him
pretty
up.
cool at that. I just want to keep him up.
It'll be a 17-inch move.
Yeah.
They are so fast.
Yeah. I get +1 bravery within 18 inches.
Yep.
I'll have to tuck around, really.
You can put them on the boat.
Yeah, I am. I'm just going to go for on the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Running the thralls. A 5.
Wow.
Gives me an 11-inch move.
Zippy fast elves.
Zippy fast elves. I'm going to use that movement to come back across this way a bit.
Yep.
Because I need numbers.
Kind of want to keep them wholly within 6 of the boat.
I want to keep them not only within 6 of the boat, I want it to be the longest possible walk for your guys, basically, is the idea.
Yeah, these lads aren't the fastest.
No, they're not known for their speed, so let's just make it as awkward as possible.
They can lay down
basically.
a pace if they need to.
And then the Tidecaster, again, running 2 inches, that's fine. Tidecaster's just going to hop along. Actually, the Tidecaster's going to sit like this, right up to the boat, still sitting on that objective.
Yep.
Although I've scored the objective anyway, but there's nothing wrong with having a body on the objective. Also, I'm kind of thinking next time round, her 18-inch range, depending on where you're at with your turn, will have come into effect. There you go, into shooting. Well, there is none. So
just charges.
Yeah, I've literally got no way of shooting, have I? So into charge phase. There we go then. This is for the eels. They need a 7-inch. It's re-rollable. I'm looking good already, so that's a 10. Oh no, says Jack.
Here we go.
Okay, let's work out where they land. Here we go then, the very first combat of the game. Let blood be spilt. I'm down to 1 command point as well. I'm just remembering I'm not going to spend that, but I'm re-rolling ones to hit anyway this turn. So here we go. This is 13 attacks coming from the Vault Spears. I'm not activating my blast.
Yep.
There's bigger prey to worry about. I'm hoping that this will do the job, but we'll see. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Okay. Wowzers. And then wounding on 3s. Just wounding on 3s with this because it's the mounts that get the reroll of 1s.
That wasn't too good.
No, that's not too good. So that's 5 wounds. No rend.
5, 6. It's -2 rend.
Oh, sorry, -2 rend because of the charge.
So that's 4 going through, which is 8 damage so
damage.
far. Which is a 5 up to ignore. 7 damage so far. I think that kills one of them.
Okay, so the Fangora's Fanged Maws going in now. This is 1 attack each, so 6 attacks in total. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s. Oh, look at those 2s, man. Wounding on 3s. Look at those 2s. 1 wound from them all.
Oh, it goes through.
Doing D3 damage. Okay, made up for it there with the 3 damage.
Okay, up to 9 wounds so far.
Okay, how many wounds has the unit got?
I think there's 7 each.
Oh, wow. Okay, I've got my work cut out for me then. Here we go now with the Lashing Tail.
Yep.
This is D3 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
And hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Don't want 2s this time. Come on, go away 2s. And then wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Another 2 again, goodness me. And another 2, so that's just 3 going through. It's not enough to kill the unit.
4 up armor. Oh, I saved all the armor. But I lose 1, and another one takes 2 wounds.
Wow, that's not what I wanted at all. But we'll see. Okay, so your attack's back. That wasn't good for me. I expected to remove the unit.
Yep, my blighted weapon on 3s. Lol. The sonorous toxin on a 4. The mouth parts on 3s. 1 hit. 1 wound, no rent, so 1 4-up save.
1 4-up save. Goes
Re-rolling 1s.
Re-rolling 1s because of Mystic Shield, which goes through again.
6 up to ignore damage.
Is it just 1 damage?
Yep, just the 1.
5.
Okay, so 1 of the eels dies.
Yeah, because I had 3 wounds on an eel already.
Yep, and the
I'll take that one.
stinger hits. Wounds, 1 save at -1 rend.
1 save at -1 rend, so 1 5-up save. Goes through, but re-rolling.
And then re-rolling 1.
Re-rolling 1, sorry, yeah.
Yep. That's D3 damage. 3 damage. Sixes to ignore.
6s to ignore.
Yeah.
Oh, non-ignored.
Those 3 more.
3 wounds. Going into Battle Shock, their bravery 6. They're not within range of Voltornos because I kind of sneaked around, and to be honest, I didn't expect them to be taking Battle Shock tests, so I didn't worry about it too much. But here we go. On a 6, 1 goes away. No, they're good.
They're good. And mine are good as well.
Okay, well, that's the end of my turn.
Yep.
Not ideal.
No.
Not ideal at all.
No.
But over to you. Actually, before we go into your hero phase, of course, at the end of turn 2, my final reserves arrive on the edge. I brought them as far forward as possible.
Yep.
Right, Jack, your hero phase. You must be feeling confident now, surely.
My cycle ticks over to Corrupted Regrowth, so he heals D3 wounds. 2, so he heals the 2 wounds he took. And then on a 6 up, you take D3 mortal wounds from my discharge. Nope. Then I've got to generate corruption points, so I only get D3 plus 3 now because you're in my territory. So that's another 5 corruption points.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts me on 12.
Yep.
Then that's all my hero phase. So now it.
Do you just want to shake on this? Or you?
No.
You don't think you can do it?
I think I can do it. Yep.
Okay,
That's everything.
Into movement.
Movements then. The Puskal is going to run and retreat. Oh, and I'm just going to roll it completely out of the tray. It's 1. Nice. Which gives him a 9-inch move.
Can't retreat and charge, can he? Even with the tree,
No,
is that right?
You can't retreat and charge. Just
okay.
Run and retreat. This unit, because of his command trait, I can spend at the double without having to spend a command point. So I'm just gonna. Oh, I'm gonna roll for it. I got a 3, so I'm gonna spend at the double, which means they instantly get a 6-inch run, which gives them a 11-inch move because of the sonorous toxin.
Mm-hmm.
Which can get them over like this. Up these chunky fellas go. Then the Lord of Afflictions giving it a run. 5, which gives him a 13-inch move. Doesn't really get him anywhere stellar. He's just gonna buzz up to here, just for hero support. With that, it's into charges.
There you go, charge phase.
Yeah, it's pretty much only the Blight Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 10.
Where are you taking them?
Decent.
Okay, the eels, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so going into combat, you're of course activating them. I'm going to release my Biovoltaic Blast.
Yep.
So I'm looking for 3 ups, ideally 6s. That's 1, 6, and 4 3s. So that's 4 mortal wounds so far.
Plus
and
D3.
D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound, so
5
5 mortal wounds.
Just enough to get the Blight Lord.
Okie dokie.
Right, I'm going to attack first. I'm going to spend 1 of my command points on all-out attack from the Lord of Afflictions onto them. So reroll ones to hit. I just need to make sure they go.
Mm-hmm.
So hitting on, this is 15 of them. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. That's 4 6s in there, which become 4d6 hits instead. So I'm getting an extra 5, 6, 7, 8 hits from that, and 3s to wounds. Ooh.
What's the rend on these guys?
No rend.
Okay.
So that is 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 so far. And then I have another batch to go. Hitting on 3s. 1, 1 to reroll. Oh, stays a 1. And those 6s becoming d6 hits. So that's an extra 3, 6, 7, 8 again. And then this is 3s to wound. It's another 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 again. So 26 in total.
Saving on a 4, re-rolling 1s. Okay, let's take the 1s. That was a 1. Take the 1s out. That was a 1.
That's interesting.
That's a hell of a save.
That's very interesting.
And re-rolling the 1s.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 4 more wounds. That's 8 wounds.
Which
Enough to
you
kill 2 of them.
Ignore on 6s.
Oh, of course I ignore on 6s. Thank you for the reminder, Jack. Very generous of you. 8 wounds, ignoring on 6s. Only 1 of them, but that's a big deal because that means you only actually remove 1 model.
No, because he had 3 wounds on him.
Oh, of course he did. Yeah, what happened to the dice?
It's over here.
Okay. 7 attacks with the eels.
Yep, the Volt Lances.
So this is the Volt Spear, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
Yeah, the dreaded 2s. And wounding on 3s. 3 wounds so far.
4 up. 1 goes through, so that's 1 wound so far.
3 attacks with the Fanged Maul, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. There goes the 2 2s again. Does wound them.
Saved.
And then these 3 attacks from the Lashing Tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 attacks from the Lashing Tail, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. And then wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. So good at rolling 2s. That is 2 wounds.
4 up. Save them.
Wow, nothing back at you, basically.
Yeah.
I think that just gives you the turn again, doesn't it, in terms of points? Wow, let's tally that up and see where we get to. Okay, so at the end of that turn, quite a surprising result, actually. I thought you well outperformed me on wounds, but it's the wounds of models removed. You took 3 eels out, 12 wounds.
Yeah.
I took out a flying thingamabobby, 7 wounds, and also 5 wounds onto the Blight Lord. So 12 wounds each. So we drew on wounds. I'm holding 2 objectives.
Yep.
You gained 1, so I get 3 points for holding more objectives than you.
Yep.
1 point for
us both tying.
For us both tying on the wounds, taking me to 4 points for the turn.
You get 4. I only get the 1.
That takes the total to 5 to 4 points for the turn.
Yep.
There we go then. At the end of your turn 2, you indeed bring on your spearhead.
Yep.
And of course, squeezed on as far as nergily possible. I was going to say humanly possible, but nergily possible. Yeah, let's go into roll off for turn 3. Here we go then, roll off for turn 3.
Whoa.
This feels important. 5.
I got 6.
You're good. There we go then. So you won the roll-off, but you've made a very tricky decision. Do you want to talk through it? Because this is a short game. Let's talk through it.
This was a tough one because, of course, it's Idoneth Deepkin, so this turn you're fighting first across everywhere.
Yeah.
Which means I could take the turn and I could use my bugs to try and grab the objective, but the thing is the bugs will just die because the thralls get to fight first and the thralls get the extra damage.
And you only score at the end of the turn. So if you go first, it gives me the tactical objectivity to say maybe choose not to fight but retreat off and claim an objective or something like that.
And then, I was also thinking, if I go first I can pull the Blight Kings out of combat, remain on the objective so I don't have to fight you in my turn, but then that just allows you to charge and get the -2 rank 2 damage off. Which left me thinking, so what can I do? I think I'm better off taking the second turn again, hope that I can survive the turn 3 hit, and then with what I have left, scrap what few points I can, and hopefully come back in turn 4. But I don't know, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
Okay. In which case, then it's Idoneth Deepkin, hero face. I mean, I have to say, it's not an easy decision for me either.
Yeah.
Because now with you going second, I have to consider whether you can just use one of your bugs to snatch an objective from me or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I have to possibly give up on this rear objective and try and dominate these 2 objectives is what I'm thinking. Because then even if you send a bug across, you've also got to capture these objectives, I think. So everything is just going to stampede forward. There's a real risk of just not getting those thralls into combat. So I lose that turn 3 benefit because you'd be a fool to charge them in your turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not great to be given the first turn, to be honest. But let's go for it and see where we go. Okay, so here we go into my hero phase, and it's a big one. We did forget to do the roll on those guys in your hero phase.
They weren't there in the hero phase. So you have to do it now.
Yeah, it's at the end of hero phase. We'll loop back round for it. Okay, before that though, the Tidecaster is going to go for the ritual. Now needs an 8 up to get a ritual off. Fluffs it. Good one, Tidecaster. This was your one chance because you're moving now. She's also going to go for a Riptide. I think it's a casting value of 7. So on a casting value of 7, she does indeed fluff Riptide.
Yep. Voltornos's command ability.
Yeah, I'm just going to activate Voltornos's command ability twice.
Yep.
So this is so spending 2 command points, taking me down to 0. Supreme Lord, I can choose 3 units and add 1 attack. I'm going to add it to the eels, the thralls here, and himself.
Yep. So they both get +2 attacks on all their weapons.
Fighting first. Keep smiling. You know how I can roll, Jack. You've got no problem. Here we go into my movement then. Voltornos, using his full 14-inch move, takes him to here. Are you going to forgive me with wobbly model? It's actually an inch further forward, okay?
Yeah.
The thralls are going to use their move as well, which is a 6-inch move. So they can just... Very terrified about knocking Voltornos off. They're going to basically come through to here. And they're not perfect, but they've got a decent range. So there you go. The Tidecaster. Tidecaster is going to remain where she is, actually, because I'm still going to keep her. You never know, for a 4th turn. And then finally, if Jackie's so kind, he's just going to move the thralls the first 6 inch. We just measured it. That's 15.5 inches, just less. So they need a 9-inch charge to get in. It'd be brilliant if I get it off, but it's not the end of the world if I don't. And with that movement's done, there is no shooting this turn. So I will go straight into charges. Here we go then. First up, the thralls. That's a 6. So they are good. Yeah, they're good. I'm going to leave Voltornos space just in case he fluffs the roll. What's the range of these guys? Are they 2 inch? Or is it 1 inch? Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they need some semblance of balance. 2 inch would have been horrific on them.
And then Voltornos going for his charge. And that's a 3. So good lad.
Yeah, he does have
that's
fly.
Why.
So.
I got no command ability, and he does have fly, so he just drops down. Got no command point left, which is why I parked him as close as possible. And then finally, the unit of thralls over there looking for a 9. Oh, for a second it was a 9, and it tipped over to a 5.
I think it's a 2+. You do D3 mortal wounds to me as well. In the
they do with the Nightmare Horn, yes. And also, actually, sorry, we still missed the Gloomtide Shipwreck ability. Yeah. So, do you mind? It's on a 4. It does go off.
Mortal wounds.
And then Voltornos' Nightmare Horn.
Yep.
In the rearguard action. This is on a 2 up. Of course, I roll a 1. Of course, Jack. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, into combat. Okay, so here we go. Wow, there goes the dice. First to activate is Voltornos. He's hitting you with the Astra Solus. +2 attacks, so he's on 7 attacks with these. He's hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1. Every 6 is -5 rend.
Yep.
So 2 at -5. I'm going to count that as that cock dice there. So, oh, where's it gone? There's the 6s to one side, and the cock dice, which is another 6. I'm really sorry, because that's all hit.
So do the 6s to wound first, then.
So 6s to wound. This is 3s to wound.
Mm-hmm.
2 wounds at -5
so they just
rend.
go straight from my arm, so that's
3 damage. That's 4 damage.
Okay.
And then the 3 at -1 rend.
Yep.
That's don't get reroll 1s with this, so that's 3 through so far.
Oh, 3. Oh, all 3 go through, so 3
D3 damage. 6.
Okay. Then you got all the nightmare attacks.
Crikey, nightmare. Okay, this is 3 attacks with a Fang Maw, but of course +2. So this is with its jaws and talons. Sorry, this is all SARS, fanged jaws and talons. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. There's a 1 in there. 1, 2, 2 2s. And then wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. All wound at -1 Ren, doing 1 damage.
Is that 3?
Yep.
Or 3 go through, so that's 3
Righty. And then the lashing tail. 5 attacks because of the +2, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. All hit, wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s. 3 going through, no Ren, 2 damage.
Saved 1, but 1 goes through still. Sorry, saved 2, but 1 goes through, so that is 3 damage there.
Okay, so that's Voltornos done, and next we'll activate the Thralls.
Yep.
Here we go now with the Thralls. This is 37 attacks.
Yep.
4 attacks each.
Yep.
9 models left in the unit. 1 extra for the banner, the icon bearer. So here we go, hitting on 3s. Sorry, that was so funny. Come on, trying not to disturb all the dice. It feels like a good roll. I don't know, that actually, looking at the numbers, that's probably not too bad. And then wounding on 3s. Again, no re-rolls with this unit. Okay, I'm just going to remove. Is the easiest thing to do. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 saves at -1 Ren.
Whoa.
Unfortunately doing 2 damage.
Yeah, because I'm big.
Because you're a big guy and they don't like big guys.
5 up save. Wow. Wow.
How's that looking?
Wow. I actually did really well.
You did really well there.
3, 6, 9, 18 damage. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 15.
So the last guy on 1 wound. There's my eels pile in.
They've got this. I've got this.
Yeah, I think you can tank this.
It'll be fine. That's the dude with a shield as well, so if there's anything you can do, it's defense.
Okay, well the good news is... Oh, actually, there isn't much good news. They're on 4 attacks each.
I was thinking I could actually do this, and then I remembered you're on +2 attacks.
So, 4 attacks each. So this is 12 attacks hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of the proximity of Voltornos.
Yep.
Wounding on 3s, hitting on 3s. The good news is there's a couple of 2s in there for you, Jack. There is 1-1.
Sweet.
Which became a 3. And then wounding on 3s. Okay, 4 going through there. 5, sorry, 5 going through there.
Oh, he takes 1 wound and dies. What a sad way to go, little
What a
blood.
sad
You
way
tried.
to go. Into my battle shock phase, I didn't take any casualties. And it's over to you with that rather sickening look on your face. I do can only apologise for turn 3. Idoneth Deepkin.
I've got this.
You've got this. Okay, we'll go into Maggotkin turn 3.
Yep.
Into your hero phase.
Cycle. Ticks. I add 2. Oh wow, that's actually quite useful. Add 2 to the move characteristics of Nurgle units.
That's what you need.
Getting D3 plus 3 more corruption points. Which gives me 4, which puts me on to 16.
Can you summon?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Can you summon in meeting engagement?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's on my hero phase. So it's on to movements.
Okay.
Okay, this bug is just going to simmer over to here.
Wah, wah, wah.
This guy is an 8-inch move. He's going to use his own command ability, which means
Is he going to charge?
Gets an extra 6-inch. No. He's got a 14-inch move, though.
Is he going to charge?
Oh, which is actually a 16-inch.
Are you going to charge anyone this turn?
I might do. Over to here.
Nice.
Then
Dudes.
the bugs. Yeah, if you just move them...
I'll need a tape. I think I
just
gave you
10
mine.
inches over to, like, here.
10 inches, is that all they've got? Because that only takes them there. Do you want to run?
You know what? Why not?
Okay, well, there's 10 so far.
What?
You let me know.
4.
Where do you want to go?
Just, yeah, 4 more in that direction.
Well, at that... Oh, okay, you can kind of straight line it over the terrain, if you know what I mean, to there.
Yep.
That's cool. Loving their work.
Okay.
Into charges?
I've got some summoning.
Oh, okay.
But I need to check where everything's going.
Well, it's going to be painful for me, I think. I mean, I went for utter decimation over tabletop dominance, but I kind of felt I needed to kill the Blight Kings. That bug still being around from turn 1 is really unfortunate because it just gives you one extra option.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a big fan of. So at that you summoned an extra tree.
Yeah, so I summoned a Feculent Gnarlmaw and then I summoned 5 Plague Bearers over here. Which
taking the 2 mid objectives, which I knew was a risk.
Yeah, grabs the 2 objectives. It's the end of my turn because I'm not going to do any charges. There's no point really.
But I win on kills because you're just avoiding me basically in terms of combat.
So you get 2 points for that.
Yeah,
and I get 3 points for holding more objectives.
So it goes 7 to 7. We draw at the end of that turn, and I've noticed I've got 2 command points, but actually I spent those, so let's get rid of those as well. At that, we go into your battle shock. Points tallied up. We are drawing on 7 points each. It's closer than you think, but we go into roll off for turn 4.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. Here we go on the roll off for turn 4. 5.
5, but you went
first. Oh. Right, well, the temptation was to give it you so I could fight back, but you know what? I don't want you tying me up. I think I can do some stuff in this turn. So I'm going to take it, and then it's down to you to score it back from me, basically. Yeah. You're going to have to do the work. To that end, then, the Tidecaster is going to go for the ritual. If I can switch off your fly, which I cannot. Nice one, Tidecaster. Let's go for Riptide. Okay, goes off on an 8. Pick a unit. In which case, then, -1 to hit on these bugs over here. Yep. D3 mortal wounds.
No, it's in your next hero phase, so it won't matter.
Okay, then. You've not got anybody... I'm thinking what else I can do in the hero phase. I think that's it. You've not got anybody else within range of a boat to be hurt. Okay, into movement.
Yep.
Into my movement phase, then, the Voltornos is coming over here.
Swoosh.
Just outside of 3 inch and getting well within range of the boat. So I want that 6-up ignore. The Eels. Got a 14-inch move with those guys as well, haven't I? So they're going to just come and array themselves 3 inches away from the bugs here as well. And again, if I do well on the charges, I will take benefit of the 6-up ignore from the boat. The thralls are just going to move back onto this objective. I could park right at the end of the bubble, basically. But you've got fly, so you can kind of jump over it anyway. So it doesn't really matter. As long as all the models are holding it, you could jump over the models to take it. You've got plenty of movement. I mean, there is an argument to say come right back here with them. But you've got plenty of move to get over there if necessary. The thralls over there, I can run and charge this turn because of
your Futan.
Futan. So let's go for the run. 5. That's good. That gives me an 11-inch move.
Yep.
Even if I ran straight through the building there, I've got more than enough. Okay, let's position them. With an abject absence of shooting, that goes straight into charges.
Yep.
Let's do the eels first. Want something great from those guys. 7-inch. That's
you can
cool.
reroll if you want.
To be honest, it's fine. I'm just going to bring them over this side.
Yeah.
Like that. It's always awkward with these guys with the models, but you get the idea, don't you? And then Voltornos needing 3. getting 11.
Ooh. It's impressive.
It's impressive. It makes no odds.
Massively
Goes
unnecessary.
over there. On a 2-up, he does D3 mortal wounds on that unit.
Yep.
He gets the 2-up.
How many?
D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound.
5 up. No! So take
Okay, and then the Thrall's looking for a 3-inch charge and getting an 8-inch charge, which is good, because that gives me the opportunity to run right around the front of you, basically.
Yeah.
So they just come through. Great stuff. Yeah, just snake them in. I want bodies on there, but I don't need that many bodies on there. If this goes right, you've got very little left on the table in terms of body count.
That,
yeah, why not? We'll get everybody in. Right, okay. At that, we're into combat. Here we go then. I'm activating the Morsar Guard. Let's see if 3 Morsar Guard can do more than 6 Morsar Guard.
Yeah.
So I've got the 2 attacks with the Volt Spear, 1 extra one for the commander in the group, which I think I may have forgot last time. Doesn't really matter. 7 attacks coming out of this unit. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, all hit.
Nice.
And wounding on 3s. 5 wounds.
This is
Minus 2 rend.
They all go through.
Doing 2 damage on the charge.
Yep. I ignored 4, so that's 6 damage.
How many?
Kills him off.
Well, 3 have done as well as 6 last time. The Fang Mauls then, 1 attack, 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Wow. 3s to wound, re-rolling 1s. 2 wounds.
1 goes through.
D3 damage. 1 damage.
Which I don't ignore, so I take a wound.
And then 3d3 attacks from the Lashing Tails. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s with a Lashing Tail. There's a 2, but there is a 1. I think it's 6 that time around. That is 5 saves there.
5, 4 up armors, and 5 up ignores. Oh wow, I take 5 wounds, so that leaves me with 2 left.
2 wounds left. Let's count down.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to go directly back with him.
Wait, you're not bothered about the 5 Nurgle?
They're not going to do anything
That's
to me.
Voltornas.
Yeah, you never know. If I like spike with like a 666 or something,
Okay,
I could do it. So
there
the
we go.
plague weapon hits on 3s.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Wounds on
bless.
3s. 1 save, no rend.
This is on Voltornas, is
yeah,
it?
so 3 up.
Straight off the table. It was a 3, but it's
Hey.
a 1.
The mouths, 2 hits. 2 saves, so 2 3-up saves.
2 3-up saves. Good.
The toxin hits. Doesn't wound. The stinger hits. Wounds, minus 1 rend, so 4 up.
1 4 up, yep, 1 4 up. No, going through.
D3. Just 1 damage.
1 damage, taking him to 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Here we go with the Nemerati Thralls, 31 attacks. We'll get 1 extra attack because I'm up against 1 wound models. I am hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Yep.
Because of Flood Tide. There's a topped Warhammer TV dice in there. It became a 1 for me. Plenty 2s in there for you. Not enough though, I don't think, Jack. And then some 1s in there. Let's do the 1s. Okay. That many hits. That's a lot of hits. Question is a lot of hits going to turn into a lot of damage? Winning on 3. Okay, so taking those out. Jack's reaching for his dice as I'm telling him 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 wounds on that unit.
Minus 1 rend, so 6 up save.
You can do this, Jack. Come on, tough it out.
5 up to ignore.
Tough it out, you resilient little buggers.
No.
No, okay.
There you go.
Voltornas, High King of the Deep, sets his sights on the last remaining bug.
Yep.
knowing it sits on 3 wounds, because obviously they have floating wound counters over the top of their heads. He goes in with his Astra Solus, 5 attacks hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, looking for 6s though. There's a 6, and there's a 1, and there's 1, 2 in there, which needs to come out along with those. So 3 hits so far, one of them being a 6, wounding on 3s. The 6 doesn't go through, the 2 normal ones, only one of them goes through.
It goes through my armor, so D3 damage.
Sorry, D3 damage, 2 damage.
Take 1 wound, so I think I've got 1 wound left.
Okay, so you're on 3 wounds, is that right?
No, I've got 1 wound left.
Oh, sorry, yes, you had 2 wounds left. I'd moved
Yes.
it to a countdown. I've got 1 wound to take here. The fanged jaws and talons rip into you on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Yep, all hitting, wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s. There comes that 2s again. We love those 2s. 1 wound at -1 rend. Done it.
Saved it, actually, yeah.
And then the 3 attacks coming from the lashing tail, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, all going through. Wounding on... Whoa. Wounding on 3s, that was going to be a 6, I know it. Okay, 2 wounds, no rend, doing 2 damage.
So both of them.
He survives on 1 wound.
No idea how.
Bug of bugginess. Blacktornos, what were you doing? At that, we're into my battle shock. There is no saves from me to do. Also, we've realised one little glitch we noticed on the game. Actually, I didn't alter the size of the radiuses for the objectives.
Smaller map,
and we zoomed in a bit. So we've been slightly confused through the game going, I thought I was on that objective, and then realising we weren't. Saying that, so what that actually means in real terms is I expected Voltornus to still be on there because I'd measured it.
Which he is.
And he is on the objective. I'm on the objective over there. Basically, I'm holding all 3 objectives.
Yeah,
and you've got 3 models left.
I can't take back 2 of them. I mean, I could send the boss in there and the bug in there, but at the end of the day, that model's still going to be on there. I can't deal with...
Yeah, and she can just switch off combat for a turn.
Yeah, exactly. She can
so even if you went and you just don't have...
So with that, I'm going to call it. It's a good game. Good game.
It's a good game.
It was Idoneth Deepkin turn 3.
Yeah, it's first game with Idoneth Deepkin, other than when I played them at the tournament quite some time ago in a doubles, actually.
Yeah.
And that was 1,000 points. And it wasn't this list, it was a different list, actually, wasn't it?
I was going to say as well, like, inherently my army is actually quite bad against this army because of my high win count.
And just yeah, exactly, with the thralls getting the extra
the extra
attacks.
Damage.
And then even when you summon something and I just got extra attacks against it.
Yeah, thralls are interesting.
Thralls are interesting. I've got 20 of them painted up. I've got 20 more made up.
Yeah.
They're not at the top of my list here. Here's a little sneak preview of what you can expect on future Batreps. This is Eidolon Aspect of the Sea.
Yep.
And we also have the in progress, the Leviathan there. But these are work in progress at the moment. He's, I'd say, 90% there. He's about 60% there because there's the crew and the canopy. So still some work to be done to those models. But you'll be seeing them on Batrep soon. But we just thought it'd be fun to do something different. With General's Handbook just around the corner, we just wanted to have a bit of a giggle. Well, there you go. Thank you very much for joining us. A shorter game and a different format. Fun to play, actually. Yeah. Although it's tricky. The 4 turns always feels like a real clip. And generally, if you score well in the first turn, you've done well for the game. But
and I
just came back so hard at turn 3.
It was like that turn 2 where your unit came on, and then your unit of eels came on at the end of turn 1, and at the end of turn 2, they were charging across a unit across the table, which was just like
from here to here.
It's just like
so quick, running and charging in turn 2. And I didn't even use the voltaic blasts at that point, which in hindsight, maybe I should have done because part of what the tactic was to make sure that unit was gone. But I genuinely thought it was going to happen. I mean, over here, they left one model on 2 wounds, just 3 of them, and I had
Yeah.
6 of them over there. So
Yeah.
goes to show you how
And-
poorly I rolled. Actually,
Yeah, and I realise I'm never taking Blight Kings again without that battalion. No rend on their attacks. As many dice as they have, anything that doesn't have rend in this game is just a
is
bit
in trouble.
too-
Trouble against decent saves, and the
Yeah.
heals aren't bad. And
It's just you
Yeah.
need rend. It's like that's the thing.
great game.
But, yeah, it's good.
Hope you enjoyed it all, and we'll see you again at the next one. Look out on the channel over next week, because we've got a couple more videos going up in early in the week and midweek as well, probably. So keep an eye out. They're not Batreps, but a few bits extra content.
Yep.
All right. See you all soon. Thanks
See
a
ya.
lot. Bye. Well, thank you very Okay, that's that.